folks, Kyle here, Dark 30 Outdoors. Hey, welcome back. Today's going to be a really short video. I'm going to talk about my 2024 fishing season. Kind of do a summary or recap. I usually do kind of a recap of my muskie season, but I kind of feel like I should incorporate all of my fishing season really, because muskie I haven't been able to get it to where I want it to be, but in good time, I do believe I'll get there. My season started a little bit slow, but once it got going, once we got into the heart of spring, I had some really good fishing trips. I had a few trips to Buckeye Lake where I boated a limit of sawguys. That felt really good. Had a couple nice crappie fishing trips. You know, at times that was a struggle. My uncle and I went out on Allen Creek and we put in a solid 8.5 to 9 hours, and I think we only scratched out maybe 16 or 17 keeper crappies. I mean, that's a tough bite on that lake, but it's gotten so much pressure the last couple of years. It's been tough out there. I got a nice mess of crappies, keeper crappies at Hoover. That was a really good trip. And then I got into the muskie season. I started in May, and I had a couple of really good outings in May. And I don't usually put muskies in the boat in May. So I had a double at Allen Creek, and I had a double at Clear Fork. And again, these were in May, so I was feeling really good. We were coming into June, which has always been my best month of muskie fishing. And I don't know what happened, but I had my worst June ever. I think I only boated one muskie. I had that trip that my uncle had booked with the guide, Chad Harmon, over at Leesville Lake, and I lost that monster at the boat, and I think that cursed my month of June. Because I only boated one muskie in June, and that's just really that's very uncommon for me. I'm not that great of a muskie fisherman, but I can usually put 6, 8, 9 muskies in the boat in the month of June. But man, I had a lot of skunks. I don't know what was going on. In the summertime, I did catch a couple of really nice bass. But yeah, I did. I caught 3 really nice bass. And then in the fall, I did finally catch a fall muskie. I hadn't caught a fall muskie in probably 15, 18, 19 years. It had been a long time. And this past fall, 2024 in September, I did finally put a fall muskie in the boat. It wasn't a very big one, 32 maybe. But it felt good to get a fall muskie. Every year I try to qualify for a Master Angler Award. This is just a per angler honor system award that if you catch 4 different species of fish that measure to a Fish Ohio qualifying length, which they've got all those standards posted, then you get a Master Angler Award. And this year I did not qualify for a Master Angler Award in 2024. I got 3 different species. I never did come up with a 4th. So that's that. I will share one thing. I think I traveled a whole lot less in 2024. I have been tracking my miles the last several years that I've been doing YouTube, and in 2022 I was just over 7,000 miles logged for trips that I made with the interest of YouTube in mind. And then in 2023 I was I don't know, I think I was like 4,400 or 4,600, something like that. But then this past year it was substantially less. I think I came in right around 2,500, 2,600 miles. As you can see, in 2022, I traveled all over the great state of Ohio. I was going down to Caesars Creek. I was going up to West Branch. I was going to Leesville. I was going to Salt Fork. I was going all over the place. A lot of that was Salt Fork. I was scouting Salt Fork. I was trying to get dialed in and identify some spots that I could hunt. And then I ended up bow hunting Salt Fork Lake area probably 4 times, 5 times. It just didn't pan out. But, 7,000 miles plus is probably a little bit too much. But it's anywhere from, I think, about 2,800 to 3,400 is probably about right for me to get out and go to different lakes like Leesville and Salt Fork, West Branch, Caesars Creek. In 2024, I didn't get down to Caesars Creek at all, and I kind of regret that. I'm going to have to make that one of my goals for 2025 is to definitely get down to Caesars Creek Lake. Another thing that I was a little bit disappointed in 2024 is that I did not get in a fall trip to Lake Erie. I was a little bit disappointed in that. I usually get a fall trip into Lake Erie, and this year I did not. So that was a little bit of a disappointment, but it is what it is. And I really didn't fish much on the creeks and rivers for the smallmouth bass like I normally do. Of course, here in Ohio, our summer and fall weather pattern was drought, just dry, borderline drought conditions, especially for late summer and fall. We just didn't get any rain. And I predominantly prefer, if I'm fishing creeks and rivers, to kayak on them. That wading and walking a lot, I'm getting too old for that. So I very much prefer to kayak the creeks and rivers. And when they're really, really low, you're gonna be doing more dragging than paddling, and that's no fun either. So I think I might have got one trip in for smallmouths on the rivers this past year, and I don't think I was kayaking. I think I was wading, because what are you gonna do if your water levels are too low? That's what you're faced with. In 2025, another goal of mine is to definitely get more people out fishing with me. I got my son out a couple of times, but I wasn't able to get him on a hot bite. I think he's starting to lose interest. He definitely doesn't like musky fishing. It's too many hours of no action. And for our central Ohio lakes that dump the fish, I can appreciate that he's not interested in that. But I want to get him on the Sawguy bite over there at Buckeye Lake in the spring. That is a pretty hot, consistent bite, and I should be able to get him on some crappies at Hoover. So hopefully I can renew his enthusiasm for it just a little bit and take more people, especially musky fishing. You want to have somebody there on the net to help you out when you get a nice one on. So that's about all I got. Like I said, keeping it short and sweet, this one. So, as always, thanks for watching.